Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a story for you that's a little bit quirky, a little bit magical, and a whole lot of fun. It's about finding your voice, embracing what makes you unique, and maybe, just maybe, making it rain. So, picture this. Deep in a lush green meadow, the annual Forest Idol singing competition was the biggest event of the year. Birds chirped their most beautiful melodies, crickets strummed their legs together in perfect harmony, and even the wolves practiced their most soulful howls. Everyone was buzzing with excitement. This year, a new contestant hopped onto the scene. His name was Ferdinand, but everyone just called him Freddie the Frog. Now, Freddie wasn't your typical singer. He didn't have the delicate trill of the nightingale or the smooth rhythm of the cicada. What Freddie had was a croak, a big, bold, booming croak that could rattle the lily pads and shake the dewdrops off the morning glories. As you can imagine, some of the other contestants were a bit skeptical. A robin, perched on a branch, chirped, a croak in a singing contest. How absurd! A grumpy badger grumbled, he'll scare away the audience. But Freddie wasn't discouraged. He had been practicing his croak his whole life, and he believed it was special. He knew in his heart that his voice had a power all its own. The day of the contest arrived, the sun was blazing, and the air was hot and dry. The flowers in the meadow were starting to droop, and the creek was running lower than usual. One by one, the contestants performed. The canary sang a song so sweet it made the bees pause their work. The fox delivered a surprisingly smooth ballad. The audience applauded politely for each one. Finally, it was Freddie's turn. He hopped onto the large, flat stone that served as the stage. He looked out at the crowd of woodland creatures, their faces a mixture of curiosity and doubt. He took a deep breath, puffed out his green throat, and let out the most magnificent, earth-shaking, window-rattling croak the forest had ever heard. It wasn't just a sound. It was a vibration. It started low, a deep rumble from the very bottom of his belly, and soared into a powerful crescendo that echoed through the trees. The other animals were stunned into silence. The ground beneath their paws seemed to hum with the energy of his voice. But then, something even more amazing happened. As Freddie held his powerful note, the clear blue sky began to change. A single small cloud appeared, seemingly out of nowhere. Then another and another. They gathered right above the meadow, growing darker and heavier with every pulse of Freddie's croak. The air grew cool, and a gentle breeze rustled the leaves. And then it began to rain. At first, it was just a few soft drops, pattering on the leaves like a gentle drum. But as Freddie continued his powerful song, the drizzle turned into a steady, refreshing shower. The thirsty flowers lifted their heads, the dusty leaves washed clean, and the little creek began to gurgle with renewed energy. The audience, initially shocked, broke into cheers. The hot, stuffy meadow had been transformed into a glorious, lively water park. Ducklings splashed in the newly formed puddles. The badgers rolled around in the cool mud, and the birds flew through the raindrops, singing along with Freddie's powerful rhythm. It wasn't just a singing contest anymore. It was a full-blown concert, a celebration of water and life, with Freddie as the star conductor. He had turned the stage into an epic splash zone, and everyone was having the time of their lives. Freddie didn't just sing a song, he summoned a symphony. His unique, powerful croak, the very thing others had laughed at, brought joy and much-needed relief to the entire community. He didn't win the Forest Idol trophy in the traditional sense, but he won something far greater: the adoration of the entire forest and the knowledge that his unique talent had a truly special purpose. The story of Freddie the Frog reminds us that sometimes our greatest strength lies in what makes us different. You might not fit the conventional mold, and people might not always understand your unique talents at first. But don't ever be afraid to let your voice be heard, no matter what it sounds like. You never know, you might just have the power to make it rain. Your unique gift could be exactly what the world needs. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and listening to Freddie's story. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button and subscribe for more Tales from the Meadow. Let me know in the comments what unique talent you're proud of. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay awesome and keep sharing your magic with the world. Bye.